Hi, this is Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. This is a viewer's request. I'm doing a tarot card reading on Britney Spears and Sam Asghari to find out when they're going to have a baby. So we know this is a reading about Britney because the Queen of Wands comes up right away. So this is her. So she now is in control of her kingdom once more. And what crosses her is the King of Swords, an air sign male. And I did run charts on Britney and Sam. Sam is also a fire sign, so this is not Sam. So maybe this is a manager or somebody who's advising her, or could be her doctor who's saying, I think, we need to do things. Who knows? But there's an air sign male who is not blocking it necessarily, but who is showing up in the challenge position. And then we have, at the base of the matter, is group work. So I'm taking that to mean that there is a group of people, her new team, who really need to help her understand what it's going to be, what it's going to require for her to actually get pregnant, carry a baby to term, give birth, and then try to get back out on the stage. Because I think her goal right now is to get back out on the stage. And if you had watched my astrology videos on Britney last year, the beginning of 2021, early in 2021, we were talking about Britney getting out of the conservatorship, and that in this year, 2022, she was really going to have a big career year. And that could mean a baby. I mean, a baby is a creative thing too, but I think her career may take priority over this. Now, in the past, she was used to having it all. She was used to having, really a lot of money, being very comfortable, being taken care of, etc. Not during the conservatorship, but in general in her life before the conservatorship, she really didn't have to answer to anybody either. But now that she's out of the conservatorship, it seems like she's very rapidly put a team together. And yet, what does she have crowning her? The Hanged Man. So baby stuff is on hold. And actually, astrologically, that's what I see too, because I looked at their charts, and she's got Saturn going across her fifth house, so I don't think there's going to be a baby this year. Now, the future is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is a youthful person, a person who's pretty smart, but they are really geared towards jobs, money, career, making money, getting mentorships, getting internships, doing things where they can begin to build up their skills so that they can someday become the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to say that could possibly be one of her sons. I believe one or both of her sons are Virgos. I think they're born around the same time of year. And so I'm going to say this is one of her sons. And I don't think this means that her sons would be resentful if she had more kids, because they're pretty old. I mean, they're almost adults. But I do think that there'll be some kind of feedback and maybe even pushback on the idea of mom having another baby. And it also could mean that her sons really want them to themselves, that they really want to keep close with her, and they want to be able to be with her unfettered by the conservatorship as it is now. So that could be why this young person is showing up in her future. This card could be representing both of her sons if they're both Virgos, if I'm correct. And then we have these cards. Yeah. So her fears are that she's really going to have to fight for it. That maybe, she's a little too close to perimenopause. Maybe she's not able to get pregnant. Or that she just has a lot of people around her who just want her to get back to work, and they don't want her to stop and have a baby, which isn't right. She should be able to do whatever the heck she wants. Her situation is that she also wants to get back to work, and she also wants to recoup her finances, but because they have drained her estate so severely, she's probably just a teensy bit worried about replenishing her coffers. So part of her really wants to get back to work. Also, as a dancer, she knows she has a limited shelf life. She's not going to be able to dance the way she used to dance in her 70s, say. Maybe up through her 50s and 60s, she could do um, a pretty good job of doing almost everything that she did when she was young. But, past that, she's really going to have to slow down a little bit. And I think that she knows that as far as dancing, she has a shelf life. But as far as creating, hi Kitty, my cat is really joining the conversation. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Her as far as creativity goes and putting out, music, she can do that until she's 120. I mean, she's got great ideas. She's very creative. She's very innovative, and she's got a vision. She has a really good vision for what should be out there and how things should be packaged and how they should be presented and the sound and everything. She's amazing. She's quite talented. So her hopes are that somebody please just make this decision for me. She's just having a hard time with decisions right now. And as far as having the baby, I think that's one of the things that she really, 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 really wants. But making the now that she has it in her power to make that decision, it could be a little frightening for her because it could also be conflicting with some career things. And yet that's what everybody always was doing for her. So, she's really got to be seesawing back and forth about this decision. And the final card is the Page of Swords. And this also shows a younger person, an air sign person. It's not Sam. It's not any of her sons. This could be another person on her team, possibly her attorney. I don't know what sign Matthew Rosengart is. I'll look that up. But it could be that her attorney is saying, you've got bigger fish to fry right now. You can always adopt or go to surrogacy or even foster children, so that you don't have to stop and have a baby, if that's what you want. But I honestly don't think Matthew Rosengart would be arguing in favor of not having a baby. I think this is somebody else along with the King of Swords. I think these people are representing her new management team. And I don't think anybody who knows and loves Britney would say, no, don't have a baby. But there are some extenuating circumstances or extenuating factors that are preventing that from just going forward full speed ahead. Like, I know she's in process of buying a new house. I know that she is talking to producers about doing new songs. I know that she's been in contact with people in Las Vegas about doing another residency. I mean, those are all kind of career things, not the house, but getting new producers and going to Vegas again. That's career oriented. So I don't know who in the world is making the argument that she should not have a baby right now. Now, it could be a joint decision between her and Sam, but that remains to be seen. So let me throw a few more cards on this and see if I can get some clarification. Let me use these Lenormands as clarifiers. Oh, so there could be a physical problem with her being able to get pregnant. And in order to get pregnant, maybe she has to undergo some medical procedures, and maybe she's not willing to do that right now because of trying to get back on the stage. Now let's do something. Let's get a card for the Page of Pentacles. And this is good news. So as far as her sons are concerned, they're all for it, and all for her having a baby, that is. And this just brings good news to her. And then let's look at the final outcome, the Page of Swords, and this is the Cross. Yeah, this just says what we've been seeing all through the reading, that she is not going to She's definitely not going to have a baby in 2022. We could throw a few and see if maybe in 2023 she's going to have a baby. So let's just do a few cards that way. I'll just pull these back together. And I'll just do 5 cards for that. Well, I guess that tells us no. This is, I mean, aces usually are yes cards, but this is all about money. And this could mean that in 2023, her health recovers. That's why we get pentacles, that her health is recovered as far as having babies goes. That she has done whatever medical procedures need to be done. She's taken whatever shots or hormones or medications so that she's physically able to have a baby. Let's group work with that. This is good health and a new project. This is her being the queen of her body, the queen of the pentacles, which is also body, not just money. And she's remembering how much she enjoyed being pregnant before. This is remembrance. And then we have the Page of Wands, and that's a fire sign. So then we have a young person of a fire sign who's coming forward to say, yeah, this is what we really want to do. That would be Sam, because he's pretty young. So 2023 is a better hope. And then let's look also at, because she wants to have multiple babies. Would she have another baby in 2024? Interesting. Okay, so 2024, no. There's no babies coming up in 2024. But we do have Sam here, who probably wants to have more. So, all right. So these 3 readings are interesting, but I got to tell you what I found astrologically is that Britney has kind of a block to having babies. If we look down here, you probably can't see this very well. I'll try to hold it up. We look down here. Here we go. If we look down here, this is the symbol for Saturn in red. That's the transiting Saturn. And Saturn is the delayer. You know, it's gonna be obstruction and delay. And this is the house for children. So although it's her heart's desire to have lots of children, her moon in Aquarius is actually not a good sign for having lots and lots of children. But her moon is in the 5th house, and that usually does mean that you work with children, or you have a lot of children, or somehow you're involved with a lot of children. With Saturn there, even though her progressed Venus and Mercury are there telling us that it's her heart's desire, Saturn is not going to fulfill that heart's desire. So Saturn is going to block that. Saturn doesn't move out of that house until the end of 2023 in November. So possibly if she were having a baby, maybe it would be at the end of the year in November, right around her birthday, December of 2023. But I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think that well, we'll see. The card reading said 2023 and not in 2024, so we'll see if that comes to pass. So I haven't looked at Sam's chart to see if he was going to have new babies. All right, so let's see what we have here. His 5th house for children. He has a lot of activity there right now. He has a lot of activity in the 5th house right now, which is why I can see why he wanted to, get married. The sun is just leaving. His progressed sun is just leaving. Probably next year it's going to be in Taurus, which is the 6th house, more for work. So it's been going through here pretty much his whole life. It's been going through here because his sun only started out here. So he has always wanted children, and once he met somebody like Britney, he decided she was a good woman to have children with. But he does have Mars, Pallas, and Mercury progressed, so they're going to still be hovering here for a few years, and so he's still up for children. Now the transiting Chiron is the red planet here. That's going to be moving faster than the ones in greens are progressions, and I'll have to do a video about what progressions are as opposed to transits, but you'll see that he does have activity in the house for children. Now let's look at his moon, which would also represent children, and his moon is up here, and his progressed moon just passed over his natal moon. Whoops, you can't see that, I'm sorry. His progressed moon just passed over his natal moon, so babies have been on his mind too, but now his progressed moon is coming up to his midheaven, but it's got a little ways to go. It's got a few years to go. And probably when his progressed moon hits that midheaven will be the peak of his career. Now, I mean, Sam and Brittany have an excellent chart together. They have an excellent chart together. They complement each other in many ways. They've got just enough tension in their relationship to keep them together. And I do see them being together long term. I think that they're very, very well matched. He's a strong personality. She's a strong personality. And yet they blend and they're very harmonious together. So for now, what I'm going to say is that if Brittany is going to have a baby, it's going to be way at the end of 2023, not in 2022. I think it's a better bet that she would have one in 2024, but it's possible that she would have one at the very end of 2023. So we'll see. I'm going to do another video, another reading on her to look at her career and what she's going to be doing coming up in 2022. But I've already said in my astrology videos about her that she is strong on her career this year, and she's going to just have a blockbuster year. She's busting down those barn doors and coming out shooting. She's firing on all cylinders in 2022. She is going to have those lawsuits filed. She's going to probably win most of those lawsuits, although I don't know how much money is left to recover. But also in 2022, she's going to make so much bank that she will probably double her estate by the time 2022 is over, because she's just going to go gangbusters. And if she's getting all the money from the stuff that she has out there, I mean, just her fragrances alone make something like $1 billion a year. So she's got to get some of that back into her bank, right? So I think she's going to be fine. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you next time. Okay, I just wanted to add on to the Brittany reading about her baby and just ask a few questions with a pendulum. I'm going to be using my Merkaba pendulum. I really like it. It's pretty cool. And it's long enough on my pendulum board to be able to swing wide enough to show me things like letters and months. Now, I'm not quite prepared to like spell out names or anything with the letters, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for specific years if she's going to have a baby in those years, and then once I get a year that it says yes, I'll ask what month the baby is going to be born. I can also ask some other questions while we're here. So first off, we're going to say, my arm is just long enough to hold here. Let me hold it like, there we go. Just long enough so that I can prop my elbow on the table so that it's kind of steady. And now we're going to ask, is Britney Spears going to have a baby in this year, 2022? And I think you can see it's going back and forth for no. Okay, so now let's ask, is Britney Spears going to have a baby in 2023? That's another no. Okay. Now, is Britney Spears going to have a baby in 2024? Yes. Okay. So since you've told us very clearly yes, let's see if you can tell us what month of 2024 will Britney's baby be born? Gotta swing wide or I can't tell which month it is. going real wide. It's going up to April. April. So it could be another little Aries like Sam, or it could be a Taurus if it's at the end of April. But it is definitely moving towards April. Okay, so we're predicting that Britney's baby will be born in April of 2024. We'll have to wait and find out if that's true. Now let's take a look at her performing. Is Britney going to be releasing a new CD, new music in 2022? It's circling. And it's changing to no. So, is she going to create and produce a new CD for 2023? Yes. And can you tell me what month of 2023 will this new music drop? I'm gonna say, wow, look at that swing. I'm gonna say that it's going for December, because if you follow the line across here, it's not really going at June. They put the months on here so they're not exactly right across from one another for most of them. So yeah, that's December. December 2023, she's gonna drop her album. Okay, that's great. Good. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. So she's going to have a baby April of 2024, and she's going to drop a new album December of 2023. Good news. Oh, let's ask one more thing. Is she gonna do another Las Vegas residency? And let's see if we can find out what year that would be. Yeah, it's a strong yes. Would that be in this year, in 2022? Would she be able to start that? And then there we go. No, not in 2022. How about in 2023? Get this right in the center here. Okay, go ahead. Is it 2023? Is she going to do a Las Vegas residency starting in 2023? How about 2024? Is she going to do a Las Vegas residency starting in 2024? How about 2025? But you said for sure she is going to do a Las Vegas residency again? Yes. What about in 2026? Would she do some kind of a residency somewhere else before she did the Las Vegas residency? Would she do a tour before she did the Las Vegas residency? Yes, some kind of a tour before she does the Las Vegas show. That's surprising, but that's okay. All right, so there we have it. That she eventually she'll go back to Las Vegas, but before she does that, she's going to have some kind of a tour. I don't know what kind. She's going to release something, a new CD, April of 2023, and the baby will be in December of 2023, and the baby will be April of 2024. Very exciting. Okay, thanks for watching.